start winning G2 Esports. So we're going to see what happens. G2 Esports versus VindicatorGG coming up right now. Wave Punk and Fightable Carpet, take it away.
After a rough beginning of the season for G2, they have started to bounce back, started to show a little bit more of their formal world champion selves, especially with Lachinio and Kronovi and the ridiculous plays they were making that last series. I am excited to see if they can pull it off here against Vindicator, as they are now really in a must-win situation, Carpet.
They procrastinated to start getting these wins. They waited till the very end. They have pretty much no choice, as Kip said. If they do not take this, it will look very grim for them continuing on, even making it to the top 6. But at the same time, I do want to mention G2, after winning last season, became just a massive target. Every team wants to beat them just to prove that they can.
Yep. And as this match number 1 will get set here on DFH Stadium, the gorgeous DFH Stadium set in America. This is supposedly the American stadium, with its counterpart Manfield being the European large stadium. We'll see how G2 is able to play here. Will they be able to bounce back against Vindicator? Gibbs keeps talking about tiebreakers, but for a tiebreaker to happen, you do have to actually win a series. And they have been really struggling just to finally clinch things off here, even as they played very well against NRG. Kronovi over to Overzero, who does not get the touch. It was a great pass from Kronovi, but he's not able to take the shot. Now it's Lachinio keeping that pressure on. Gets finished off there by Matt, but Darkfire also misses a touch, which leaves it to Overzero, who shoots towards the net, blocked away by Torment.
We see Vindicator using Matt in this situation instead of Karma. I know Matt is an exceptionally mechanical player, so we'll see if maybe they've been practicing a lot with him. It's going to be able to work out for them in favor.
Ball in Kronovi's corner here. G2 looks to push it out of their own half. There's Kronovi, going to bounce that one off the wall over to Lachinio. Matt looking to try and finish this off, drops it into the box, but blocked away there by Overzero. Here comes Lachinio on the counterplay, passing it up. Overzero looks to win the 50-50, but it'll be Torment who picks this one up, shooting towards the net just wide. And it'll be now Lachinio up in the midfield. Passes to Overzero, who puts it all the way in the corner. Goes for the air carry. Can he finish this one off? So close, but blocked away by 2 Vindicator players. And they'll be looking to push this one back out. Up to midfield. Now Kronovi. Able to wrap that one back around. Just took ball control from them and put it back into the corner. Nice Spider-Man clear by Darkfire. Will drop it all the way to the blue corner. We'll see if Torment can set this one up for his teammate. Oh, Darkfire misses, but Matt has an opportunity. Can't push it through the last 2 G2 players. Kronovi will come out, take that one from Overzero. Interesting decision there, just to take it from his teammate who had ball control. Now he and Lachinio pushing this one up. 3:17 left to go. It's still scoreless in game number 1. There's Overzero with a nice shot over the top of all the defenders, and that's G2 on the board.
Overzero coming for the sweep. They saw Kronovi on the other side of the ball, maybe going to take control, but Lachinio puts that out just out of reach of Darkfire. Tries to contest it. You see Torment just staying on his wheels in net. He knows, like, I'm not going to get this. There's really no point in struggling for it.
108 kilometers per hour at that range. Very difficult to get in there at all. Kronovi with a nice shot right off of kickoff. They're able to make it a 2-goal game.
With the pressure on, it's looking like G2 is doing pretty well. Kronovi going for the most aggressive positioning you can do for kickoff. He actually immediately goes for the middle side boost. So he's full on boost, and he's already halfway up the field.
It's like it's kind of a variation of the cheat up kickoff, where instead of cheating up right behind your teammate, you're over to the side in a position that if you lose the kickoff, you're still out of position, but gives you great offensive aggression immediately if you manage to win. Overzero winning that kickoff, giving it straight over to Kronovi with 2:58 left to go. They've got a 2-goal lead, so we're approaching halftime here. Torment dropping that one over. The Overzero, who's up in the number 1 position for G2. Will fall back. Take another shot, blocked away by Torment. Now he moves back as Lachinio rotates in. Now it'll be Kronovi who takes the shot. Matt able to block it away despite pressure from Lachinio. Overzero keeps this one in a dangerous place, but a nice clear by Darkfire will put it back over into the blue. Now the drop, a nice redirect. As Darkfire tries to send it towards the net. Torment will take a shot. Overzero gets a hard clear straight down the middle line. Matt counters. Lachinio Spider-Man clears to the corner. Going towards the side. Can Torment get the angle? They got it through that back line, and there's Vindicator on the board.
Overzero rotated, tried to set himself up right in front of net. He tried to get ready for a shot, but he wasn't prepared for Torment to still be up so far in their half, taking the angle with no contest.
It's an excellent play by Matt to put it behind the defenders. And then Torment there to finish it off. 2:10 left on the clock in game number 1. Over0 will play this one towards the back wall. Torment drops it, but Lachinio with a nice angle just high on the crossbar. And Over0, excellent shot placement, leaving it on the ground, juking out the defender, making it a 2-goal game.
This actually started with him getting an accidental touch on Matt. Matt actually landed right in front of Over0, so he took advantage, hit Matt into the corner, which didn't give him time to rotate back or get into a decent place to save that shot.
1:58 on the clock. G2 up by 2. Darkfire takes a shot towards the net. Kronovi getting the clear. Matt puts it onto the backboard. This draws Kronovi into the air. Can Torment and Darkfire finish this one off? It'll be Kronovi who passes up to Over0, takes the shot towards the net, blocked by Darkfire before it could find the goal. And now Matt putting it all the way up. Kronovi counters hard. And Torment will have to send it into the corner. Nice pass from Kronovi to Over0, puts it onto the backboard. Lachinio looking for an opportunity. Will actually just fall back and pick up boost as Matt pushes this one straight down middle. There's Lachinio now with the full gas tank pushing up here. He and Over0 kind of on top of each other. Not the best offensive positioning, but right now it's kind of working out as Kronovi's able to send this one towards the net. Can he finish it off? He will finish it off, and that is a 3-goal game for G2.
This contest from Kronovi worked well in his favor. As you said, we saw Lachinio and Over0 a little close, but Kronovi getting that 50. And it just sends it almost already on target for him. All he had to do was follow through.
Yep. Able to get it through the defenders. An easy shot there for the world champ. 1:16 on the clock in game number 1. Kronovi with another shot towards the net. Torment will clear it. Matt, though, interesting positioning, still backwards in net as Lachinio sends this one around the corner. Over0 does not finish as Matt is able to clear it to the side. And now Darkfire over to Torment. They watch this one. Torment goes down for boost instead of challenging on the wall. Lachinio puts it out to the midfield. Here comes Matt, dropping one with a nice shot and angle. Over0 will take that one away from Kronovi. They're both able to get back and grounded. Able to get set up again on defense. Right now, Vindicator knocking on the door. Matt trying to drop that one through, but Kronovi on the backboard will clear it away with 35 seconds left. It's looking pretty grim at this point for Vindicator.
3 goals in 30 seconds against the G2, who seems to have woken up. I wouldn't put my bets on it.
Oh, but a nice shot there by Torment.
Literally shoved it in my mouth as soon as I talk about it.
I mean, they still got to do 2 more.
Fair enough.
The mistake from Over0 is not enough to lose them the game at this point. He was a bit low. Just didn't know where that was coming. It was a difficult save either way. With 27 seconds left, they still got to score 2 more just to force overtime. The ball on the orange half. As Torment clears that one towards the backboard, it'll be Kronovi who comes up to try and clear it away. You can just get the ball into the orange. Have very little to worry about. As Over0 carries this one slowly. They just keep this ball in the air. It burns so much time off the clock. Torment able to get another shot, an excellent shot placement. With 5 seconds, they do have an opportunity.
G2 get a little complacent. They're not rushing to the ball. Lachinio was waiting for that touch, but someone's able to beat him to it, and then Torment still able to beat him again to the wall. Looks like Lachinio just buying time, thinking he had all the time in the world, but now with 5 seconds left, they actually have a shot.
They have a shot. It'll all come down to how this kickoff goes. Torment able to get some pressure. Matt takes a shot towards the net, and Kronovi will slam it into the ground. They need to get a bit more air on that if they wanted to be able to push that one all the way through. G2 hanging on for dear life. They had a great lead, but they do hold on and take game 1.
Close shots. G2 did that enough comfortable amount of goals in there. Vindicator kept the pressure on, kept making sure that they were able to get a few shots. I mean, that's great just to know that you can do that against G2. Even if they got a little complacent, they could do that from game to game. So G2, again, I hope they remember the pressure they're under and that they really need this win.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and they played very well, especially Over0. We're seeing him step up a bit more, had a few more shots, had a goal that game. It was actually Lachinio that was doing all of the setting up there. Lachinio's only stat was his 2 assists. But it was well done there by G2. They really had Vindicator figured out there on the defense. They were able to continuously put it behind the defenders and take good shots. It was really good to watch them play.
It definitely seems that G2 seems to be adapting that more. Just everyone's kind of filling the positions they need. They're not leaving a specific person back in net, which I think is good for them because I think it helps them all definitely thrive in certain positions. It lets them all able to explore. You know, I know Lachinio. We've seen him on defense, and I talked about it already. I don't mean to fanboy too much, but I do honestly think that it would help G2 a lot if he's able to get on offense a little bit more, take a few more shots.
Sure, no.
And it seems to have shown a bit so far.
For sure. And we're seeing Vindicator, coming into this series, Vindicator had one of the worst saving percentages. I think they had the worst saving percentage in North America, which just translates to shoot a lot at the net. These guys are having trouble making the saves when they're in the net, when they're on the goal line. And G2, a team that is known to just pound your goal. It's going to be really hard for Vindicator. They have to figure out a way to bounce back here. As G2 has also been a decently rough defensive team up until this point in RLCS Season 2, but Kronovi really heating it up, especially in that match against
What an
NRG. And
angle!
oh my goodness, Overzero with just the tightest of angles getting the lead on the board.
G2 has been doing this a lot to the teams they've been playing today. We see Darkfire in net just patiently waiting for it to come off that back wall. He just sits there. He does not line his car up to try and contest that, not expect the angle. Now we see Overzero pulling something off that Luchino just pulled off a few games ago.
Absolutely, able to get it around that post. If they had touched the post at all, it would have been a good position there from Darkfire, but oh my goodness, Kronovi putting another one through. Can he take the shot? Puts another one just wide of the goal. Torment was grounded the whole time, waiting patiently. Now Matt, put it into the corner. Overzero crosses it. Kronovi is up for this one, but misses. And it'll be Luchino in the backfield who picks up ball control. Puts it around the corner. Kronovi will fall back as Darkfire tries to put it towards the box. It's just Torment in the backfield right now as Luchino and Kronovi moving up together. Torment able to get the save, a very critical touch as all three G2 players were bearing down on him. And now the breakaway, does it go in? No, just off the post. Can Darkfire finish? Trying to drop it through. Drops in a nice spot, but a great block by Kronovi, who's able to keep this one just a one-goal game. G2 holding on right now.
G2 really had to hold on. They did overcommit. We see Vindicator just a little bit off. Matt tried to get that touch, and now he's being just destroyed by Luchino in his own corner.
Is there a fight happening in the corner?
Oh, yeah. There were like 6 touches. Luchino just not letting Matt get out.
That's funny. Now Overzero in the midfield. Watching this one. Plays it off the wall. Similar setup to what we've seen Jacob do to them. Luchino takes the shot, but Matt is able to get there. Luchino's shot was kind of a medium speed shot and easy for Matt to clear. Now it's in the corner of G2. Kronovi going to put that one high across the goal. Torment has to make a ridiculous angle here, and G2 will be able to push it up to the midfield line. It's now Matt. Puts it towards the back wall. Kronovi drops it to Overzero, but it is Torment who is able to get a touch. Darkfire had an opportunity to shoot, but put it wide of the goal. Now Luchino in the air. Nice angle towards the net. Matt has to get up and save this one again. Matt has been that defensive backbone for Vindicator a lot this game, but it's still G2 pounding and knocking on the door, just trying to batter their way into that goal. 2:47 left to go. They're still holding on to the lead here.
You talk about Matt being a strong defender. It seems to be a trend whenever a team is using a substitute or a new player.
Sure.
I don't know if it's just the comfortability. Oh, the dunk.
Ooh, Matt there, playing strong, getting the save, pushing it away. And I know it's a good point, though. A lot of times it is one of the third position is one of the easier rotational positions to kind of just fit a player into. And a nice shot there by Luchino, dropping it in, making it a 2-goal game.
This air pass, we see Kronovi touching this up, Luchino off the wall, following through, getting the shot, rotating his car, making sure to keep the pace. Incredible plays, G2. This is the G2 we've been waiting to see all season.
2:25 left on the clock here in game number 2. G2 looking to get their first series win, RLCS Season 2. In a must-win situation, they have to take this one. And a great shot there by Darkfire, getting it over the top of Luchino, making it a 1-goal game.
Darkfire patiently following this ball, waiting for it to come off the side just in case it goes off the post. Luchino getting the touch, and Darkfire making sure he comes way wide of that. Still keeps it up high, making it difficult for a save.
And you could tell Luchino realized the situation immediately and just tries to get up and block it, but it's all too late as Darkfire is able to find the net of G2 with 2:13 remaining. It's Kronovi on the wall. We'll be able to set this one back out to midfield. Matt with a nice shot. Luchino's not there, and it's a tie game.
Tying it up, Vindicator. Matt from midfield. Incredible accuracy and pace, waiting for that power shot. As soon as it hits the ground, he almost like pinches it with the ground. And the placement perfectly underneath the crossbar. Luchino unable to react. I don't know if he was a little short on boost or just wasn't prepared for the speed.
2:07 left to go. Just like that, Vindicator has pulled their way back into this game, and they are threatening to take the lead right now. So the shot from Darkfire goes just a bit wide off the post, and Matt coming in to finish can't find the net. Kronovi will send it up to Luchino as they cross the midfield line. Overzero hanging, lurking at the midfield. Be able to come up, take over ball control. Darkfire now in the air, looks to drop this one through. It goes towards the net, but Kronovi is there, and will send it into the corner. Luchino rotates in and around. Kronovi on that front line. Crosses midfield, puts it over to the corner. Overzero is there, tries to push it under, but does not get the touch he's looking for, and Luchino will be able to drop it towards the net. Matt with the save, will clear it away. 1:28 left to go, still tie game.
Vindicator having tight defensive rotation. We saw Torment contest that, forcing a touch, but Matt was behind him to safely get a second shot.
Overzero with a nice back pass to Kronovi. Can he finish this one off? No, it'll be Torment who puts it out to midfield. No over-0. Looking to create opportunities. A nice shot from Lachinio. Oh my goodness. How did he do this?
He managed to backflip so that the perfect part of his car hit this for the shot. Kronovi passes that perfectly on mid, and then Lachinio backflips because his car was too far right. I honestly don't know if he was just trying to stop his car, trying to take the shot. That would have been, I mean, we'll just leave it.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of players that say, oh, they got lucky or calculated or whatever, but it's Lachinio. That's the stuff he does all day long, just hitting these absurd angles at the net. He does them a lot of times in the air, and there he does one from the ground and gets the lead back in favor of G2 with 54 seconds left. Darkfire takes a shot, finds it again. He's keeping his team alive.
Vindicator refuses to take this one lying down. They keep with the counterattacks. Matt off the sidewall, right back to Darkfire, getting it over Kronovi. The last attempt. Lachinio trying to get there in time, but Vindicator is not taking this.
Man, getting over Kronovi is a big deal. Kronovi's been that defender all series long for 2 series now from G2. The first 2 goals went in over the top of Lachinio, but getting that one past Kronovi, big deal there for Vindicator. So they're holding on right now, keeping this a tie game. 43 seconds left, and anyone can take it. If they can take this game, they'll tie up the series against G2. G2's got to win this series if they want any hopes of being able to pull it off and make it into that top 6. Vindicator looking to shut down those hopes and dreams. Starfire gets a demo there onto over-0. Kronovi trying to push this one around with 22 seconds on the board. If this clock continues this way, we will see overtime as Matt puts it over to the side. 13 seconds remaining as Lachinio pushes this around. Kronovi does not get the contest. A demo onto over-0, buys some space here for Matt on the wall, dropping it towards Torment. Final countdown, can Kronovi put it in? Does it go in? It goes in! This completely open net, and Kronovi gets the lead back for G2.
No boost left. Just putting up too much. Matt and Torment going for that. Matt didn't think Torment was going to come for that. Torment wanted to try and keep the safe route, put it out, and Matt gets the touch instead with no boost left. He can't follow that through. Oh, that's got to feel devastating.
They were so close to being able to pull off the win in this game, but game 2 also going to G2. This is an excellent start for the world champions. They have to win this one, and they're only 1 game away.
Trying to play the dramatic game, G2 trying to come back in every single series and game, and even just the overall season. Could put a lot of pressure on them, but they seem to be doing pretty well. But Vindicator is not taking this one easily. They had that tie game. They kept, every time they got scored on, it almost put more fire underneath them. They're like, let's just score again.
Yeah.
Who cares? Let's tie this back up. They did not ever feel defeated. I love seeing that from teams.
Yeah, man, and G2, they got to be feeling some pressure here. That's the second time they've had a really decent series or decent lead late into a game and had a team just today come back and force it to almost an overtime against Kings of Urban. They actually were able to take it in regulation. There was 1:49 left to go, and they were up by 2, and they win it in regulation, scoring 3 straight in that last 2 minutes. And you just got to be feeling for them when they're able to get out into this lead, but they just can't seem to hold on in the second half of the game.
It gets tough. I mean, G2 is starting to put on that classic pressure that we've seen them do in the past. Just constant, and not even that, but like putting on shots that you just aren't expecting. Over-0 now taking a really tight shot from the corner. It was a really exceptional shot. And Lachinio's earlier on, we saw that was just kind of mind-blowing. They're starting to pull those off now a lot more consistently, which is making it harder for teams to always be prepared. You don't like how are you always supposed to be ready for a shot? You generally kind of know, like, all right, this is a tight angle. It's probably going to hit the backboard first, so I'm going to line my car up to get ready to chase. But all of a sudden, it's coming above your car.
Right.
You're not lined up right and not able to turn for it.
Right, and that's what G2 has been able to do time and time again. Will they be able to clinch their first win of the RLCS League play right here, right now? They can win it and be done with a 3-0 sweep over Vindicator, which will definitely help their winning percentage, which is abysmal at the moment. Darkfire with a nice setup there. Can Torment finish? No. Lachinio will be there in net to clear it off to the side. Over-0. Over the top. Darkfire dropping this one, and it'll be Lachinio who's able to get the final touch, get the transition. Kronovi with a shot towards net. Matt there, able to clear it away. That last rotation, last line of defense, keeping us here scoreless within the first 30 seconds. Darkfire setting that one up for Torment, but interrupted by Kronovi. He and Lachinio moving up on the wall.
No
What
way.
is this play from G2? It goes off the post. Can over-0 finish? No. Darkfire puts it aside. It was a ridiculous team play. Just barely ended there by some inaccuracy. But, I mean, can you blame him? What an angle to try and hit.
Kronovi and Lachinio have really just they just feel like glue today. They're just right next to each other, and they're pulling off some incredible passing plays.
Kronovi puts this one into the corner. 3:56 left to go. Kronovi trying to set that one high. See if Lachinio can come in and do anything with it. It stays in the corner. That's 2 players in the corner right now as Matt puts that one past the last line. This is a breakaway if he can get there. Lachinio just pushes it into the corner to buy some time as Darkfire tries to pressure this one up. G2 just all sorts of messes right now on defense. They're able to kind of push this one out, barely get that one away on some nice dribbles from Kronovi. Allow them to reset a bet, but he's still in a tough situation as Lachinio has to make the defense. It's not going to happen, and Vindicator able to get the first blood on the board.
Putting on the pressure before there's somebody in net, which was a smart move. We see Matt getting that first touch just above net. Lachinio trying to rotate and contest it. And then Matt even went for the demo, trying to maintain that pressure on that poor solo goalie.
Man, it was as Vindicator cleared that one in, it was transitioned on offense. It was G2's transition to defense that was just all over the place. Very, very sloppy. And it was only a matter of time before Vindicator was able to put some shots onto net and get that one in. 3:20 left to go on the clock here. And Vindicator up by 1. Looking to get their first win of the series, see if they can bounce this one back. They're going to have to take it to Game 5 if they want to win it, get the reverse sweep. G2 just looking to get the first win of RLCS. And here comes Kronovi. Trying to push this one through, passes out, a nice play on the corner. Or on the vertices. Matt will play that one down. Try to play this one through. Shot goes wide. Lachinio and Over0 not quite in sync with each other there, going for the same play. Now Over0 though with a 1-on-2 situation, plays it high, tries to take the flip, but draws back the defenders, but the shot was not on the net. Matt just trying to bump Torment out of the way. Both sides having a bit of issues on defense right now.
We saw Over0 trying to utilize that 1v1 skill that he has and get that mind game, but honestly, when you have 2 players in net, one should be contesting, forcing him to make the move, and the other just deals with whatever comes his way after that.
Exactly. Lachinio able to get a nice dunk to set that one up in the corner. Over0's shot goes just a bit wide of the goal, and it'll be Matt who puts it away. Darkfire with the response. Vindicator looking for the transition. Can't get it through Kronovi, though, who puts it back into the corner, keeping this offensive going for G2. Setting it out there for Lachinio. Puts it back. And now Over0. Shot towards net. Bounces off the backboard. Kronovi up in the backfield will take a shot that goes just high, and Darkfire clears it away. Lachinio up again, shot after shot coming out for these guys right now. Matt gets himself a Savior medal. The sub really helping out for this team that's been struggling on defense all leagues play long.
I really enjoy actually seeing how Matt
is that a breakaway? No, Lachinio's on the back.
He's really synergized with this team well. You wouldn't even be able to tell this might be his first RLCS game with these players.
For sure. He's been doing very well, especially on that defensive role, keeping their hopes alive here. Keeping the game always very close. Over0 over to Lachinio. Oh, that would have been ridiculous. And it's Torment now. Gets it through Kronovi. Darkfire up. Just going to try and put this one out into the middle. See if he can set it up here for Matt. Over0 with a great flick. Puts it so high. Now Torment over to Matt. Can Torment move in? He goes in to take the shot. Does he find it? It goes high. So close. A great setup there from Matt, but Torment just quite can't capitalize. Now as it goes towards, with 1 minute remaining, G2 still down by 1. Vindicator scoring the only goal so far in the series, or in the game, rather. This is Game 3. If they can finish this one off, G2 will have the series. 43 seconds. It's all it takes. They just got to score twice. As Kronovi pushes this one towards Over0, cleared away by Darkfire. It's on the wall. Lachinio is watching. Drops it to the midfield. Cleared again by Vindicator. They keep this pressure on. Kronovi to Over0, down to Lachinio, taking a shot towards the net. It'll bounce off the corner with 24 seconds left. A soft touch from Over0 and a bump onto Matt. Almost able to send that one through. He sends it around. Kronovi playing this patiently. He only needs 1 to force overtime. Vindicator just not wanting to let up, though. Not letting them break out of their own half at all. Just continuing to pound that backboard. Lachinio gets it past 2. Torment pops it high. He still has ball control here. Kronovi's going to have to do something with this one. It's not going to happen. It will touch the ground, and Vindicator takes Game 3.
They're going to try, as I said. I am like very, I can't even think of a word. Again, I'm pretty much just brainless today.
No, don't. It's okay.
But I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed that they're able to pretty much be facing defeat a lot throughout the series and
for sure.
still come out. Still keep the fight. I mean, they were literally just 1 game away from being kicked out of the series and,
For sure.
and being completely defeated, and they were still able to come alive, get that one goal, keep that defense. And even when they were a goal up, I saw some insane volleys from them.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. We had 11 shots come out from G2, and the amount of aggression that they were just continually pounding. They had at least one really solid siege of ridiculous shot after shot after shot onto the net, continually blocked away, much in part by Matt. This team had 9 saves. Vindicator, a team that's really been struggling with saves, shutting out the world champions here in Game 3 when it mattered the most. If they had lost this game, they would have been done with this series. And now we get to go to Game 4. They're still holding on. Man, if they were able to pull off the reverse sweep, that would just be so depressing for G2.
Monumental for Vindicator.
That would be ridiculous.
Just utterly depressing for G2. Again, being one game away, they need to make sure they don't get complacent. They need to try just as hard as they did in the first game. And as they did against NRG, we saw them come alive in NRG. Keep that energy. Dang, I can't believe I just did that. Keep that pressure up. I hate myself.
Energy had a lot of energy, is that what you said? Shh. It's better than having a lot of RNG, I guess. But Game 4. Underway here is Vindicator. Looking to stay alive. G2 looking to finish it off. We'll see what they are able to do. As Overzero sends that one up to the middle. Lachinio falls back and lets Overzero take this one over, but he doesn't go for it. He lets Torment have it, and that'll leave it with Kronovi, who pops it high. Matt looking to drop it straight down. And Lachinio falling back, really not sure what to do there. Kronovi will have to push this one out. G2's kind of strange defensive positioning coming back to haunt them. Lachinio just mind games Darkfire so hard. Kronovi tries to take the pass and shoot, but it goes wide. That leaves with Overzero here on the wall. Some clever plays here from G2 here right off the bat, but so far we're still scoreless. That one going towards the goal. It'll be Matt that blocks it away. The sub coming up very, very strong so far this series from Vindicator.
Matt honestly has, but he understands that Darkfire and Torment, they have a synergy. They've been playing together for so long, so he doesn't want to interrupt that. He wants to come in after those two guys have done what they're used to doing.
Oh, nice shot from Overzero, blocked by Matt. He's able to keep this one still scoreless. 3:58 left to go, and blast all the players. Darkfire gets it in. What was this positioning from G2?
This is exactly what G2 needs to avoid doing. Lachinio turns around to try and get that contest, but then no one was dropped back. We see Overzero and Kronovi in the middle of the field. No one had dropped back on that just to even play it safe.
They're not able to find their way in. With 3:55 left to go, it's Vindicator again with a 1-point lead. G2 wanting to finish it off right now. Just go home. So Lachinio tries to set that one up for Kronovi, but he misses in the midfield, and that'll leave it with Darkfire, who's able to send this one across the net, but Overzero will carry it away. That demo onto the Vindicator player in the midfield, definitely helping relieve some pressure. Now the setup. Kronovi will clear it. And it'll be Overzero who sends it towards that backboard. Passes out to Kronovi, a great play. My goodness, G2 so efficient.
Lachinio to Kronovi this time. We see Lachinio touching it out of the, it was Overzero, apologies. Yeah. Overzero out to Kronovi. Kronovi getting underneath that somehow, still putting power on it and putting it higher without hitting crossbar, using the front flip. Any other player I know would have just smacked the backboard. It would have been nowhere near net.
The double fake kickoff, always a gorgeous thing to see here. As Kronovi sends that one into the corner. Looking to play this one off. It's Lachinio putting it off the backboard. Kronovi trying to get up for this one. Doesn't quite have the angle, but Overzero with a nice shot. Put it onto the backboard. Can Lachinio flip this one? Not going to happen as Torment clears it away. 3:04 left to go. And we got a tie game here in Game 4. G2 still on that match point. Vindicator just hoping to stay alive. Force the decisive Game 5. It bounces off the backboard. Torment comes in, but Lachinio with the clear. And now Overzero with the counterplay. Up to Lachinio. Can he get the angle? No, he flips underneath. And he'll leave it with Darkfire on the wall. He's going to drop this one in a very dangerous place there as Overzero was coming in hot to try and finish it off. They managed to get it away. Managed to get a nice counterplay. It's Torment up in the corner. Darkfire with an opportunity. Drops it towards the net. Kronovi puts it high. Matt looks to keep it in the box. And Darkfire going to be falling back as Overzero pushes it across the midfield line. Kronovi now tried to clear it, but immediately countered by Matt. Both Kronovi and Lachinio hanging all the way back in goal. Looking to just reset, push this one all the way back out. Overzero looking to finish. There's Torment now with ball control. There's Lachinio coming up. He misses. I think he expected a touch from Torment, but it'll be Torment now who's pushing across that midfield line. Lachinio wrapping it around. Darkfire shuts it down and keeps control, passing out to Matt. A nice play there by Vindicator to play it away from Kronovi. And a nice 50-50 win there from Matt. He goes for second touch and wins it out over Zero. Now Darkfire dropping it towards the box. A dangerous spot here as he drops it in. Does it go? Do they finish? Matt will come in to put it away, and Vindicator has the lead.
G2 seeming a bit sloppy on defense, but Vindicator taking full advantage. Darkfire getting up just before Zero. Notice no one in G2 is coming from net. They're both coming from the sides. No one can contest that with enough power, and it's just going to get pushed through.
And G2's defensive situation has just kind of progressively gotten worse as the series has gone on. That situation is just pure abject pressure coming through from Vindicators. They're able to send this one towards the net again. They're holding on to the lead right now with 1:30 left to go. There's 2 players on the wall, Kronovi and Zero. Zlichinio on the back line, and his defensive positioning is interesting at best at the moment. Starfire tries to drop this one down to Torment, takes a shot towards the net. Does it go in? It does, and it's a 2-point game.
What is G2 doing? They just seem to be throwing this one away, but at the same time, I do not want to take anything away from Vindicator. They are ruthlessly putting on the pressure. That shot from Torment, pretty far out of the box. I wouldn't say midfield per se, but still, they're getting the shots they need. They're putting on that pressure, and G2 is not communicating to clear it.
For sure, and G2 has just been, their defensive situation has been rough. And I think that Vindicator is absolutely recognizing that and being like, let's just be up. Let's just be present in their half. A nice shot there by Lichinio, blocked away by Darkfire. But if Vindicator can continue to create pressure, that's all they got to do is just, if we're just here, just wait for them to mess up and then take the shot. Will Lichinio finish? No, it goes wide. It was a great setup, and Kronovi will be able to get the final shot with 57 seconds left. They're only down by 1.
Giving them a shot, Zero waiting patiently, and then we get an accidental backflip from Torment. And then he tried to get this, but then I think he side flipped. He actually had contact.
Yeah.
He expected Kronovi to put it around him instead of directly at him. So he side flipped to try and read it, but in the end, he actually dodged the ball.
Defensive mishaps on this time on the side of Vindicator, making it a 1-goal game. Lichinio trying to drop this one in. Get the most brutal of dunks. It does not work out, but Kronovi is still threatening. So Zero pops this one out into the middle. Goes back into the corner. 40 seconds left on the clock. Darkfire tries to push this one through. A nice shot from Lichinio. Zero up to try and finish. Puts it high, and it'll be cleared away by the Vindicator players. The pinch going in favor of Vindicator right now as they look to possibly extend the lead. So they've now pushed back up onto the blue. Lichinio and Kronovi both up for that one. They're playing aggressive. They know they have to be aggressive, and Matt will drop it. Can Kronovi clear it away? No, he doesn't get the touch, and it's Darkfire will finish it. 2-point game. Vindicator's looking strong.
Lichinio and Kronovi both going for that. Lichinio thinking that hopefully his air dribble would not let anyone have the opportunity to come contest it.
Right.
Generally, like, oh, he's got control, I don't go for it. But Matt's like, nope. He comes right for that, gets it slam, it goes right in front of net, and they give themselves some more padding.
And it's common whenever you're down by at least by a goal or by anything, and you're in the last 5 seconds or whatever, it's just like, be very aggressive. Don't worry about defense. You just have to put all your eggs in one basket. We saw G2 doing that, but it didn't work out, and Darkfire able to punish that one. They're going to get one more in, just securing this one. Vindicator, they've won 2 in a row, and we're going to Game 5, Carpet.
Vindicator looking to potentially be doing what most people would assume would be impossible. G2 up 2-0 in the series. Now Vindicator has tied up the series 2-2. They're looking to reverse sweep G2 and put them pretty much in the doghouse for their, in general, RLCS Season 2.
Yeah, no, and again, G2 had the lead, and they weren't able to hold on to it, and Vindicator bouncing back, taking this game decisively with a 3-goal lead. My goodness, they are lighting up right now. So we're seeing 13 shots come out on the side of Vindicator. These guys, the way that they are continuing to punish G2, and the way that G2, they looked so good at the beginning of today, and it's just progressively gotten just a little bit more sloppy and kind of starting to seep back into the habits they had in weeks 1 and 2. And they really got to kind of collect themselves, take this minute in between games, and rethink, just reset and do what they do best.
Darkfire with 8 shots.
That's
ridiculous. We talk about how he's been such a good striker in previous times, and he is still showing 8 shots, 2 goals. We see 3 shots from Matt, but 3 saves. The most amount. Matt has been just great at filling in that 3rd spot, letting his 2 teammates do what they've already been able to kind of form, letting them do what they do best, and then just filling in the spots he needs. Okay, I'm going to get back on defense because these 2 guys are going nuts. Let them do their passing plays. Or, oh, look, these guys have made a great pass for me. I'm going to go take the shot, but make sure that I can get back in time. G2, I don't know what happened to them at the end. Honestly, it was really hard to tell, but they never came from net. They were having a tough time rotating back. They weren't playing safe. They had pulled off some really good passing plays, but they can't let that get to their heads.
Yeah, for sure. No, they really, really have to be able to step this one up, especially on the defense. The offense from G2 has been excellent, and when they are able to siege up, they just produce massive amounts of shots, and they really make Matt's life hard, and they're on that back line. But they have to be able to tighten up these defensive mistakes. They cannot keep hurting themselves this way. Vindicator continues to punish. Will they be able to get the reverse sweep, pretty much knocking G2 out of the playoffs? It would be quite the feat to pull off. Torment looking to drop that one. Matt will take the shot. Vindicator's on the board first.
What is happening? Almost an incredible redirect, first of all. Matt touching this up. Almost gets touched by Torment. He tried to get the dunk as well.
Yep.
But the Matt just followed it up.
Yep.
This is what I mean by him just having smart positioning. He knows there's only so many places the defender is going to be able to put it. He's not going to get a hard clear. My teammate's contesting it, so I'm going to put myself in a place to take the next shot.
Oh, man, a nice shot there coming out from G2. Blocked away by Torment. Their defense has been lacking in previous weeks, but they have really stepped it up here against G2. Now Lachinio trying to push this one over. Respond with a goal of their own. Over 0 to Lachinio. An excellent play. Does it go in? No, it's just wide of the goal. The redirects from Lachinio are as crazy as ever. That one does not quite find its way into the net. 4:16 left to go. It's just wide. Darkfire tries to take a shot. Can Torment get the angle? He puts it up, and Lachinio lofts it in front of his own goal. Matt passes over to Torment, and they're able to keep this pressure on. Try to push it around, draw the goalies out. They do draw Carnovi out, but Lachinio had time to rotate back. He gets a nice solid clear up to over 0. He's going to try and drop this one towards the net. Is it going to go in? No, they draw 2 defenders out, though. Matt will play it over to the side. Very scary situation there for Vindicator, but they're holding on right now. 3:50 left to go. They're still up by 1.
Where has this Vindicator been all season? I saw some of the most creative offensive plays. They kept redirecting it off each other, just keeping it away from G2 right in front of their net, giving them so many good opportunities.
Darkfire pushing that one out to the midfield. Here comes Torment. The ball mostly going in favor of over 0 up to the midfield line. Lachinio will get it through Darkfire. Now Matt is there. Over 0. Shot going wide and high. They're going to drop that one through. Lachinio in to finish it off, and it's a tie game.
Lachinio noticing exactly when this wasn't going to go into net. Over 0 getting a hard hit right above net. Lachinio jumping up before it even makes contact with the backboard, trying to get that touchdown. I think maybe a Vindicator defender could have made that, but it was a shot you generally don't see coming.
For sure, and that was a critical goal there from Lachinio, as they have to win this series. They have to pull this one off. They've had 3 opportunities, and it's do or die time. Vindicator looking to do the ridiculous, the crazy, and reverse sweep the world champions. They drop that one onto the backboard. A nice pass there from Torment. Darkfire keeps it in the box. Matt will shoot, but Lachinio, and it's Darkfire over the top. This team play is incredible.
Who are these people? Torment with a gorgeous pass to Darkfire, then back up to Matt, who touches it down, and then Darkfire reaches it before a defender.
Oh.
This is absolutely insane.
That was an amazing play from Vindicator, giving them the lead back here in Game 5. They're holding on. They're trying to do what no one has been able to do and reverse sweep the world champs. Matt up and into the box, able to bump Lachinio a bit, so he's not able to clear just yet. And they'll be able to put that one over to the corner with 2:45 left to go. We see Vindicator still on the offense. G2 backs against the wall. A nice carry from Carnovi. My goodness, the way he just immediately gained ball control there. Darkfire in a sticky situation has to clear that one away. It'll be Matt and Torment now on the defense. Matt kind of wasn't really sure what Torment was going to do there, but still gets the clear. A very nice touch by Matt, not allowing that to cross the goal in any way. And now Torment and Darkfire moving up together, pushing it through over 0. Darkfire towards the backboard, where Lachinio and Carnovi were both just, again, the defensive situation from G2 not looking good as Matt puts that one there for Torment, and it's a 2-goal game.
This is incredible. These guys, I can't even blame G2 potentially. Some of these players are just insane. This was a crazy pass across the net.
For sure.
So fast, Torment had to read it and place it, beat all the defenders out. G2 is definitely clumping up on defense, but Vindicator is punishing almost harder than I've seen anyone punish all season.
Yeah, it's not even like they're just like taking easy shots. Like, oh, there's 2 guys there. Oh, we'll just kind of loft it. Like, no, let's just make a crazy pass play just to make sure, because it is G2 we're talking about here. Darkfire up and in the air. They're up by 2 right now. Only 2 minutes left to go. Carnovi trying to set that one over to over 0. Takes a shot, puts it high. looking to put it back into the box, sets it out for Overzero, who can't make the shot, even though there were two goalies right in front of him. Very decent chance of that shot being blocked away anyways. They got to be taking every chance they can. So Overzero setting that one high, getting it over the top of Matt. Cronovi and Lichinio all up in the air. This could be bad if they're not able to gain ball control quickly. Darkfire able to put that one over to the far corner. And Overzero playing it over the top, back out to midfield to Lichinio. There's no one in the backfield right now. If Cronovi can take the shot, he goes for the backboard pass, and that just gives Vindicator all the time they need to set back up, and here they come on offense again. Put it over the top. Torment to try and drop it through. Matt in to finish it off, but it goes to the corner. A lucky break there for G2. They're still only down by 2. Overzero trying to push that one through. It's the final minute of game 5. Matt's clear. Leaving that in the middle there with Overzero. Has an opportunity. His shot goes high. The net, and Darkfire clears it before Cronovi can shoot. This sort of just the way that Vindicator is completely interrupting all the offensive opportunities. Lichinio going to try and drop this one through, but Torment is there. 40 seconds on the clock for G2 to get the win they so desperately need. They're trying to push it through. They get one in, and with 35 seconds left, they're still only down by 1.
They are making this as dramatic as possible. 35 seconds left, they have to make a goal. Cronovi almost getting that first touch. Would have been an incredible passing play yet again, but they just all came in for that. They're just like, we're going to put so much pressure on this. Eventually, this ball has to go in. Oh,
they're holding on.
My heart.
35 seconds left. Whose series is this? Does G2 get to take the win they so desperately need, or does Vindicator get to knock them out in style? Darkfire putting it over the top. 22 seconds left. Dribbling it towards the net. Into the box, Lichinio with a hard clear. Back to the backfield where Matt is waiting patiently, always hitting there on the defense. Is going to wrap around. Torment is in the air. Will pop it back into the corner. And a nice backflip from Matt. The bicycle hit to put it away. They're still having an opportunity here as Overzero puts it in, and it goes in. Tie game with 5 seconds left.
This isn't... Oh, I don't even want to talk right now. My poor voice. Matt tried to get that touch, but didn't have enough boost. Overzero getting just up underneath that, tying the game. 5 seconds left.
Oh my goodness. Just when they needed it most, they hold on in the last 5 seconds. Who is going to be able to finish this one off? A nice shot from Torment. They could get a buzzer beater, but a great clear from Lichinio. We'll send it to the side. We're probably going to overtime here unless one team can keep it alive. Matt going to try and drop it. No, G2's going to leave that one. They play for overtime here in game 5.
Resetting boost and positions. Kickoff almost always puts everyone in a slightly tighter position than they want to be in.
Overzero out to the middle. Next goal wins. G2 needs it so badly. Vindicator couldn't hurt their standings at all. It really would help them as well. And Matt putting that one high. Torment in the air. Gets it away from Cronovi. G2, they have to play like everything's on the line. Darkfire puts it over to the side. Now Overzero. Able to send that one towards the net. Matt is there and puts it into the corner. Up to midfield. And now, here comes Vindicator on the offense. Still just trying to get that reverse sweep. Pull off the insane here. A demo onto Cronovi and onto Lichinio. Opens up some space. They're going to be spawning in the corners, and Overzero, a very critical clear. Puts that one all the way back up and in to the Vindicator territory. Cronovi dropping this one down. It'll be Torment who sends that one up to midfield. And here comes Lichinio. Darkfire and Torment. Interesting positioning. I think Darkfire bumped Torment on the wall. Matt in a bad spot. Oh, Darkfire barely making the clear just in time. Keeping their hopes alive here as Matt watches to set this one up. Cronovi getting it over the top. G2 looking better, looking strong, but Torment gets the clear, putting it up to midfield. He'll get the touch after Lichinio as well, and it's on the backboard. Cronovi plays it off. They're making this one last a long time as Matt tries to drop this one away. It's in a bad spot. Can Darkfire take the shot? But Lichinio and Cronovi both in goal. They clear it away. They're keeping themselves alive, but Vindicator trying to finish them off. Oh, it's so close. 138 into overtime. Both teams with scoring opportunities. Cronovi takes a shot. It goes wide, and they're back out to midfield.
Both teams just horrified to let it go, and they're trying to retreat back as fast as possible.
Darkfire.
Oh, what a save from Cronovi!
Keeping it away. It's still alive. 2 minutes into overtime. And Torment on the wall. Tries to play that one back down. Overzero is there and just lets it fall into his hood. Gains ball control. Going for the 1v1. Sets it in front of the goal. Can they bump Lichinio? No, he puts it in! G2 stays alive. Their hopes and dreams are still there.
But barely. Oh my god, this game was incredible. What a series. Down to game 5 in overtime. Matt getting up just a little too late. They tried to get the touch on Lachinio, who puts it past the last defender, G2.
Wow.
Keeping their hopes alive, but Vindicator, one of the best games, just best series I've ever seen out of them, and honestly almost out of anyone in the RLCS.
Yep.
They just tore through G2 in the middle of that series. In those two games
man.
they won, incredible showing from both G2 and Vindicator.
Oh my gosh.
But-
you called it at the beginning of the series that G2 likes to procrastinate, and they're like, you know, let's just make this must-win series last as long as possible, and they light it up in the last 5 seconds of regulation to tie it up, and then they looked very strong there in that overtime, continuing to have amazing opportunities to score, and oh my god, you gotta feel for Vindicator. They put everything into that. They had so many great opportunities, but G2 does finally get that win that they need in RLCS Season 2.
I have to give so much props to Vindicator, honestly. Some of the plays I saw them pull off, I was so caught off guard by, and as was G2, which is why they're able to get those 2 victories.
Yeah, very, very well played on both sides, but it is G2 who finally gets a point there in their win column. Very important for them as they try to move forward. They got to win all the rest of it. We'll be sending it back over to the analyst desk because I'm sure they've got lots to say about that amazing match. Axel Toss, back to you.
Thank you, Wave Punk and Finable Carpet. What a series. What a day so far. Every single series so far going to 5 games. G2 Esports literally had to win, and they ended up doing it. Let's take another look at this one. The Mobile One High Performance Replay, G2 Esports able to finally close out VindicatorGG.
I would not want to be their controllers because their hands had to be sweating in that Game 5. But what a series we had here with G2 winning the first 2 games 4-3 both times. So their offense is starting to pick up some pace.
Well, I mean, at the beginning, it looked like they were going up. As the casters were saying, is like it felt like this was the G2 we're used to seeing. But then,
Big
I mean,
mistake there from Matt was really rough.
Eventually, Matt pulled through though, and but I mean, it was still Dark and Torment getting the goals, but Matt was a strong pick to put in.
Yes, Matt was playing extremely well. He had 13 saves in 5 games, which was like he was that backbone that they needed in this one series. Game 3 was incredible because they won 1-0 by only shooting twice, and I think G2 had like 11 shots that game, so it was a really big win in that Game 3. Oh,
this play was just it showed how well. Like you could not tell that Matt had no experience. Like he looks like a RLCS veteran.
And then over 0 redemption time with the goal to send it to overtime and then the pass to give them the win. He needed those badly because he missed some easy shots in that Game 5 and Game 4.
He seems to have a habit of doing this. When it matters, there's over 0.
Like
There's G2 Esports, I suppose.
Yeah, they need like an alarm clock that's like really loud next to their ear. Like, hey, it's time. Like, we only have 10 seconds left, just all the time. They pull out the win. They're still not in by any means, and Vindicator is not out by any means. Now, Vindicator's 1-3, and G2 is 1-4. So there's still time for both these teams to move up. Deception is also down there at 1-3. So one of those teams, or 2 of those teams are most likely out, and 1 will go in. We'll see who it is with some more games this week and next week.
Certainly a must-win there for G2 Esports. Finally get their first win in league play 3 weeks in, and again, the defending world champs. So we'll have to see if they can continue, get some sort of streak going and win a couple games next week. But that's going to do it for G2 Esports on the broadcast today. Coming up next is going to be Exodus versus VindicatorGG. And remember, throughout the show, you can hashtag RLCS. Why don't you hashtag RLCS and tell us who you think is going to win this next one, Exodus or VindicatorGG. You can put a score in there, and then we'll see what Gibbs says, and then you can potentially beat Gibbs.
No, it's not allowed. It's not allowed.
No. Okay. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Exodus versus VindicatorGG. You're watching the RLCS. Stay tuned.